Venom. Venom. My, if you ever heard what I heard in the night, what fright, must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come down from a high. My soul was sending to the sky, I guess it's you and I. Gone, but I'm feeling too alive, trying to get me out of spite. Someone's gotta pay, I ain't talking big amount. Some kind of physical pain, some kind of traumatic shit. Niggas wanna see dead bodies, probably not there, rolling with no automatic clips. Moving scatty, all erratic and shit. Niggas pussy licking batty and shit. Oh, you mad? Then come at me, you prick. Make a move, better pattern it quick. I assume you'll be coming for blood. That makes two of us, that makes two of us. Venom. 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 True as a stick up, hands in the air, put the money in the bag, all cash, Venom. Boom, 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 boom.
Unfortunately, this has to be the topic. I'm going to ask this. A, when does football start so I can stop talking about this dumb shit? Because I'm done. This is the only video I'm doing on this shit. After this, I am going to start purging this race bait bullshit from my timeline. I hate race baiters, dude. They're talking this new thing called black fatigue. And unfortunately, what I'm seeing is more black people are starting to speak up on this than anything. And I'm going to keep it real. It's not black fatigue. It's black activist fatigue. We are sick of race baiters. I'm sick of these people. I block them. Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of you. I've said this before, and it's going to sound fucking horrible, the words that come out of my mouth, but I've had about enough of these motherfuckers. I swear to God, the way these motherfuckers talk, you would think that these motherfuckers on Twitter talking all this racial, retarded, radical shit have done more for black people than Malcolm X. That's what they sound like. I'm to that point where when I hear it, I just think, God damn, if you don't shut the fuck up and get off of my timeline, because I can't. Now, I don't even like Greg, the Black Conservative Perspective. I don't like any political. I don't like any political. What's it called? Political channels. I don't like any political personalities. I think they're all like a dime a dozen the same, and I just ignore them half the time anyways, because half of them just say the same shit. But I'm only here for the clips, not for what this man's got to say, because no offense, I don't need input from what I'm going to say. So let's get into this. Now, I'm only trying to skip along to the clip. Okay, there we go. I'm only looking for the clips I want to disagree on, by the way, because come on, the first clip of this is so perfect. Actually, it's exactly what I would say, and it's actually what I've been talking about. We're going to get to that part of this in a minute, but I want to go into these idiots, and I want to talk about a few things. You know what I mean? Then we'll get into kind of like whatever. But I want to play these clips real quick.
I wonder how does for her or the court. Every black woman should be pissed off right now. No one even wants to talk about. I wonder how does Sid Colson and Breonna Turner and Kelsey Mitchell and Dewana Bonner and AB feel as black women, Dantas, as black women, not only seeing your teammate do something like that to another black woman, and that black woman is the one that's made out to be the villain. That black woman is the one that's being disrespected by your fans in your house, and you're a black woman, and you got a shucking job for these bitches.
This is what happens when you got dumbasses that don't know jack shit about sports, bro. I swear to God. What? Did you just hear the dumbass shit that came out of your ignorant mouth? What? Draymond Green has gone to the wrong league up in this bitch. Because that man will be God up in that league. Because hell no, are we doing this? Are we really doing it? Do you guys even know how much shit male athletes got to deal with? And it comes to the territory because they get paid millions of dollars, I guess. But you guys want to be up to that level. And then you guys say shit like this. Every black woman should be pissed the fuck off because poor Angel got pushed by Caitlin Clark? Is that what we're going with?
Because the player that got attacked is on the opposite team?
Hold on one second.
I gotta keep it 100, man. And this is gonna be like this is gonna be the dead ass truth from this shit. I am so sick of these people. I am so sick of people like this. I'm so sick of it. You infiltrate our media, you infiltrate sports, you just infiltrate with your bullshit versus actually having any idea what the fuck you're talking about. This is sports, bro. It's gonna get heated. It's gonna shut up. Shut up. God, I get a headache having to hear these people do the same bullshit for the last 2, 3 years over some nonsense involving these two players. And I'm sorry, but Angel Reese being compared to Caitlin Clark is 10 times worse than Dennis Rodman having a beef with Larry Bird, which ended up being hilarious. And it went to its proper conclusion where it belonged in the first place. And it went back to sports. And that was 10 times more of a actual pinnacle pinnacle moment in the history of basketball, the Dennis Rodman Larry Bird issue, than anything. It is one of the most like insane discussion points there is. And Dennis had some points, but it was just like they said, the wrong white boy. Though and even Dennis go back and say, yeah, what I said was fucking stupid. But that was different. What we're talking about, here's the thing. Dennis Rodman is is a Hall of Fame player, multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year, an integral part to a two-time title winner and a three-time title winner. It's 5 rings. It makes sense. So when we talk about that issue, there's so much history behind it. But when we talk about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, the only thing you can say behind this is that you have a bunch of race hustling morons who have been basically raised to have these stupid thoughts about the world because they don't want to educate themselves on anything higher. At the end of the day, you are now being made to pick a side. And here's my side. Fuck every one of you motherfuckers. I don't like any of you. I don't like conservatives, and I sure as fuck don't like any of these goddamn libtards. I hate all of you on every side. Get the fuck out of my sports. Actually, stay here. I forgot. This is WNBA. Y'all can have this shit. This league sucks ass. Please take it, bury it. I'd rather go back to the days where the worst thing we had to deal with was a bunch of stupid ass 12-year-old white kids going on Twitter typing, "Oh my God, look at that kitchen player." Can I go back to that? That was way more fun than this shit. Because I ain't gonna lie, that was the worst we had to deal with these discussion points. We'll all take it. Please. I gotta go back to where we just had sexism from stupid kids on the internet trying to get a rise out of people instead of having to deal with this retarded shit. This is just dumb.
Mind my business,
You
but
should've.
they saying they really think that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Now, personally, I don't think she hates Caitlin Clark. I think that the issue is that when she's playing Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark got racist fans that do monkey sounds and weird.
There's nothing even like to prove that, by the way. In fact, they debunked this apparently today. So that no. And so what? Like everyone, there's racism everywhere. Every fan base has dumb shit. You notice some of the shit the NBA fans be saying, they be comparing players to fucking Osama. They will have them dress up as Osama on their pictures if you have a bad night in the NBA. I shit you not. So it's like, bro, who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, but like, grow a set. Or maybe I'm talking to the wrong group here, but nah, shut up. You know what I mean? How you have an NBA shirt on? You don't understand this. Like, what are we doing here? But this part of the video didn't even get me annoyed. This is where it gets annoying, and this is where if I was Caitlin, I would just consider like making my money overseas or some shit and get my money there or doing something else because the WNBA can honestly burn. I'm tired of it. It doesn't want to make money. It doesn't want to actually cater off of sports. It just genuinely wants to be taken over and neutered by these idiots. Shockingly enough.
Ass racist shit while Angel Reese is on the court. So if I'm playing against you and your fans are doing racist shit, yeah, I'm gonna have energy for you because you constantly let your friends.
That is the dumbest fucking logic I've ever heard in my life. That is so stupid. So instead of actually checking the fans that should be banned from the arena saying awful shit, you want to blame Caitlin Clark? What are you supposed to do? Go in there, reprimand each fan one by one, and really try and have them behave? What are we fucking doing? We're adults here. What the fuck is this?
Friends be racist.
How is this your logic? These are not serious people. These are people you look and go, holy shit, you are dumb. There's a rock up in your head. Instead of a brain, there's a rock sitting there saying this dumb shit. How is that your logic? Did you want her to go into the stands and reprimand each fan? I've never seen this in sports, bro. I have seen the NBA, and that's because of Laura Ingram's dumbass, go this route. It did not work well. That shit did not go well. And the thing is, though, it's not real. It's been it's gotten worse ever since. But even then, the NBA is 10 times better than this shit. Because even still, at the end of the day, after all that racial talk, all that bullshit, and all that corny ass pandering, it still came down to ball. At the end of the day, the biggest controversies was LeBron James ring in COVID or Mickey Mouse ring. And I'm like, at least that stupidity is related to sports where it belongs. When we're talking about this, it's unrelated to anything, just a bunch of people yapping about nonsense.
Right? No lie. Caitlin Clark fans have brought so much racism to the WNBA.
Oh my fucking Lord. But the only racism I'm seeing is from niggas like y'all. That's what I'm trying to understand. I only see one side being racist here. Yes, there's some people on there doing so fucking what, man? Dude, this happens in all sports. Grow a pair. I'm sorry to give y'all this reality check, but you need to understand this. The internet is not representative of shit. There are always going to be trolls, always going to be people that say dumb shit. Caitlin Clark has not endorsed this. So what do you want her to do? I'm so sick of this shit. Like, dude, this is why I wish she would leave. I actually think she should. Fuck this league. No, for real. Burn the league down. Fuck them. Because I'm sick of this shit. Why should you play for a league where their fans are blaming you for stupid asses online? That's all it is. A few dumbasses online. Now it's a racial epidemic. Get the fuck out of here.
You guys are racist. I don't feel like she personally hates Caitlin Clark. I do feel like she thinks that Caitlin Clark could do a better job at telling her racist fans to stop doing racist.
She can't be serious. I'm telling you, there's a rock in this person's head. I'm skip this dumbass. I can't. I'm losing brain cells to hear this dumb fuck talk. I'm sorry. I hate stupid people. Stupid people piss me off. I'm not gonna get pissed off by this person. I refuse. Moving on. I'm trying to get to the other clips, so I apologize for the skipping. Oh, here we go. I actually feel for RG3 on this one because nothing he said was actually incorrect. The problem is you have, again, the race baiters telling you that you got to pick a side. Again, these aren't black people. These are race baiters. You have to understand if you've seen a black person and a race baiter. A black person don't give a fuck about any of this shit. We just want to watch basketball. A race baiter will take the opportunity to have to show fake solidarity to suck dick online.
That is what's going on here.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the
Got a point.
Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember?
And is he wrong? These are facts.
Remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul.
And that shit was legit. That was legit. Aaliyah Thomas a bitch, though. But I've always said that. Aaliyah Thomas, I hate that bitch. Whatever. That's another story for another day. But for real though, like nothing. You know what, Robert? Maybe this is something I should say. Maybe don't have that white woman in the background. You don't have your wife right there. You have your wife right there. It's just amplifying it for the race. You know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, I just know where they're going with this.
What did Angel Reese do?
Nothing.
Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her.
Nope. You stood there and took it like a soft ass. Which there's only one or two things I can say about in that moment about Angel Reese. Either A, she's a coward because she was clearly going after the smaller white girl who you could fucking toss around, which makes you a coward. That's why you go after Alyssa Thomas. you went right after fucking Caitlin Clark because size disparity. Am I wrong? Just saying.
You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark.
You know what the worst part is? Everyone's making this thing about him being a race traitor and all that stuff. This is why people don't take y'all seriously, man. I don't know. This is why there's a new trend called black fatigue. Y'all are the reason why. Because no one wants to have to sit there and be called a race traitor because they simply are talking about sports, not because they're sitting there taking the side of Angel Reese for bullshit reasons. I'm not taking the side of no Angel Reese, bruh. And nor will I ever until I have a good reason to. And at this fucking moment, I do not. And by the way, all this is overblown. Both these women have not said shit afterwards. And if they hate each other, so fucking what? And this is sports. This is how it works. I'm pretty sure Peyton Manning and Tom Brady at one point hate each other. Guess what? They're like buddies now. So who cares? This is sports. I mean, sometimes it just stays that way. I mean, Isaiah Thomas would still take a 2x4 to the back of the head of Michael Jordan. And so fucking what? We don't like. Why do we have to make this a thing that it's not? And so what? He's probably right. Say what you want, but he's probably right. Y'all making a big deal of it. And even if he isn't, so what? The amount of narratives that are made because of the fuck of this shit, the amount of narratives that are made that are false in male sports is astronomical. And we just brush it aside and go, it is what it is. It's just the media. Stephen A. Smith was about to throw hands at LeBron James, and that had like less controversy than this pathetic shit. Think about that for a minute. And you guys wonder why women don't want to watch your sport? Because, dude, women don't want to have to be told, oh my God, you better show solidarity to feminism if you're going to watch WNBA. Or else, well, you're just a fucking pick-me. It's the same with black people. You can't tell black men to watch this shit and then they got to fucking get up on their high horse and fake give a fuck about Angel Reese, who they don't give a fuck about that chick until A, she's playing ball, which, hey, you do you. You want to watch that crap. I can't watch Angel Reese play ball. That's just me. But, or they're just trying to, goon. And hey, Angel Reese knows she's got it. I get it. She knows she's got it. Y'all can call her Sid the Sloth all you want. I'm agree with you. You call her Sid, I'll Sid on in. I would have slid Sid all in. Can't stand her ass personally, but come on, bro. Y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all corny. But no, for real. Like, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a $100. I don't fucking know what to even say at this point. Like, stop. You know what I mean? Like, they cut it. This is why people don't want to support this fucking league. Because every 5 seconds, you got motherfuckers like barging down, calling you a race traitor, or saying you're this. Like, bro, it's easier if I don't watch this dumbass sport than having to deal with a sorry ass like you. Get the fuck out of my face. Sitting there sucking dick for views and shit. All this shit is just for likes. That's all it is. It's for likes. Race baiters are not real, bro. They're just there to collect cash and attention off of fucking stupid liberals. All right? That's all it is. I'm not trying to get on my high horse on conservatism because I hate conservatives. Oh, those people can suck it too. Y'all are just as bad because you add actual credence to some of the points these assholes are talking about. This ain't got nothing to do with politics. All right? Both y'all need to fuck off. For this league to grow, they need to gain their identity outside of this shit. Football has been infiltrated, at least attempted to be infiltrated 76,000 times in the last 20 years. Do you want to know why it hasn't worked? Because their identity is rooted in the basis of football. I'm sorry, you can have some moron. You have the fucking Baltimore Ravens fan base coming out of their fucking talking all this shit about racism to Lamar Jackson and blah 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 because they can't simply accept the fact that I had an argument with a Ravens fan trying to really sit there and tell me that Lamar Jackson was a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes, and I told them, bro, stop. You're a homer. Go sit your ass down. I don't even like either team, and I'm telling you, just sit your ass down. It's not even close. But apparently you're racist if you think that. But guess what? Other than shit like that, no one cares. And even then, we shut those morons. We shot Ravens fans down every year. We usually tell them to shut the fuck up midway through because usually around this time, Lamar comes out and doesn't win a playoff game. And usually, if it's his fault or not, it doesn't really matter because this is a results-driven league. Sorry, that's just the truth. And that's the extent of it. There's your race baiting for the year. Everything else, who gives a fuck? You'll have a thing here or there. You have a bunch of retards trying to say Saquon Barkley is another race trader, apparently, because, oh, God, it's the same reason. Blonde white girl in the back. Same with Saquon. It's like, okay, a few retards on Twitter who have to fucking fake act like they're fucking something that they're not. These people don't do shit in real life. These people don't. They're fucking cowards in real life. They say it online because it's easy to do this thing. You know, yeah. I'm sorry, you messed around my keyboard.
For a flagrant foul on another player, if they don't,
you get the point. You get the point, though. You get the point with the keyboard. Yeah, that's what they'll be doing. Type on the keyboard. Tap, 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 tap. Because it's easier to do that shit than actually face anything.
dislike that player. Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the...
I got better credit. Because I know you're going to talk about. She's talking about how she wanted to be the villain and blah, blah, blah. And she felt she also deserved the credit for the attention that the league got on. And she took side shots at Caitlyn. That entire talk. I'm like, what the fuck is your deal? I knew this then. She didn't, this entire thing started because Angel Reese went out of her way to taunt Caitlin Clark. And I'm telling you this. It's one-sided. It's an entire one-sided beef. It's like Hassan and Osmongold. Osmongold, just some boring white guy that has his issues, but some boring white guy that just does fucking political content. And Hassan hates the fact that people would rather watch that than watch his terrorist support. So Hassan, being a jealous little bitch, has to always take shots and cry out his little vagina about everything fucking Osmongold. It's one-sided. Bro is a fucking loser. He's a hater. That's all he is. Some rich Nepo baby that never worked for anything, crying about the fact that, wow, my lazy work ethic has not garnered me the all the support I feel I deserve. But Osmongold, how dare he? Oh, God, people made fun of his house and his hygiene and blah, blah, blah. Which, hey, whatever. We could talk about that for days. And somehow people would rather watch that than me. Well, that should tell you how much your content sucks, bro, versus the other guy. It's not him. It's the fact that you're just an unlikable prick. As where with Angel Reese, girl, you can't finish a bucket. I've seen you try and play. You're horrible. You can't finish at the rim. You suck. Okay, I have never seen this defense. I mean, Chicago fans, y'all better not be expecting me to defend this chick. All right, I'm a Bears fan. I'm a Bull. But I don't see y'all asking me to defend Patrick Williams like this. So why do I got to defend Angel Reese? Make that make sense to me. I don't have to defend Patrick Williams like this. In fact, I'm expected to hate that man. But we got to defend Angel Reese. Come on, man. What world am I living in?
Eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball, not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament. And
that, again, the numbers will tell you it's Caitlyn. It's not even close. But I mean, I've already explained. This is all RG's points. Basically, those two have a beef, and it's pretty fucking clear. We've all been saying it. We all think this shit. RG3 said what we're all thinking. The problem is he said what we're all thinking. And you understand race baiters can't have that. They're not going to like the fact that this makes, Angel Reese look bad. Because if Angel Reese came out and said, yeah, I don't like the bitch. Well, that's out the window. All your think pieces are gone. Everything y'all said are gone. And by the way, they should be gone to begin with because no one should be taking this shit seriously.
I'm not making her the villain. She's making
with kid gloves. I'm not finna do that. While y'all want to talk about that stupid non-flagrant foul that happened yesterday.
That wasn't a flagrant foul, by the way. It really wasn't. He's right. Because she basically hugged her and hit her arms, and Angel, like a fucking idiot, either A, tripped and almost bust her ass, or more likely she flopped like a fucking dead chicken. Either way, shut up. By the way, Angel Reese got away with the foul right before that, and that explains why I guess Caitlyn was very frustrated hitting that. This is how soft this is how soft sports has become now. Oh my God.
I'm gonna talk about something that I know none of y'all know nothing about. Chicago Sky, come to the front of the table, bro. Come to the front.
Right.
Hey, Courtney
like
Vandersloot, tell the class how you played 30 minutes and you put up 4 points.
Yep. Tell the class how you got your ass whooped by like 40 points. Tell me how that's possible. No. Listen, while we talking about fucking how Angel Reese and how about the fact that Angel Reese played like shit like the rest of the team? Oh, she had 17 rebounds. Yeah, because half it's off her missing. And then again, I see how she gets her rebounds by pushing. Yo, I have never seen this defense for Draymond Green. Where's all the think pieces for Draymond Green, who's 10 times the talent comparatively in the NBA than Angel Reese? Because I'm sorry, this is a defensive player of the year, a multi-time NBA champion. That Draymond, and you see what happens without Draymond Green on that court. He does so much for the Golden State Warriors, whether you like him or not. And I don't like that motherfucker, donkey face looking asshole. But I will always respect and always give where respect is due. But get the fuck out of here, bro. Well, why are we not talking about the fact that Chicago Sky got beat down? You want to talk about the offensive nature, what fans did? The only thing that was offensive what the entire Indiana Fever did to the Chicago Sky. That's what was offensive, bro. Offensive ass whooping. That was the offensive part.
Kier Nurse, you played 20 minutes and you put up 4 points, 0
trash
boards. And Angel, you too. You know the biggest problem when it comes to handling Angel Reese? Y'all don't hold her to the same standard that you would hold like a LeBron James to.
Nope. You guys want to talk like she's a star and being treated unfairly, but you don't hold her that same standard when she plays like shit. Because you damn well know if Caitlin plays bad, y'all coming for her. You guys want to be like the men, but then you don't want to hold the same standards as we do the men. It's fucking insane. Y'all couldn't handle this NBA limelight. You can't handle being the NBA. I don't want the NBA now. We're only talking about NBA at its peak. We're talking about the NBA now. And that shit sucks. Y'all can handle it.
I'm talking about pre-championships. Y'all still held him to a way bigger standard. If LeBron had a game where he...
Jordan. Y'all talk shit about Jordan today. Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Y'all still find ways to discredit him.
He grabbed 17 boards, but he put up 12 points. Y'all would say he need to work on converting. Y'all would say he need to work on finishing. You would say he's not a complete player yet. Meanwhile, y'all talk about Angel, and it's like y'all talk about her through the same lens as LeBron post rings. Angel, you need to work on conversions.
Not even that, brother. It doesn't matter. They're doing it to Jordan. They're trying to discredit Michael Jordan. That doesn't matter. Motherfuckers will always find ways. But Angel Reese is just treated too fairly, pending. And shut the fuck up.
Yo, Chicago Sky got belt put to Tookus.
For real. That's the offensive. That was the only offensive shit. The offensive play on the fucking court. Sorry ass team.
You was a part of that. Keeper Dubinsky, your whole team played trash yesterday.
It's a sports fan right here. It's a sports talk. Y'all played like shit. Get your ass whooped. Pile drived. But let's talk about how Angel was treated badly. It's a bigger thing going on. Yeah, was it bigger than the fucking goddamn scoreboard? Was it bigger than the margin that you got your ass whooped by? I don't think so.
I don't want to hear no more beef between her and Caitlin Clark so she could put up more than 12 points a game.
I don't want to hear, yeah, for real. Until this chick is averaging like 19 and 13 a game, shut the fuck up. For real. When she's actually hitting her layups and shit, then we'll talk. 19-13. When you got, all right, start giving me some post moves. You know how to hit a hook? You actually know how to hit a hook. All right, basic shit. All right, then we'll start talking. When you actually are up in the echelon of averaging like 2-3 blocks per game, when you're on that level, come talk to me. Until then, get the fuck out my face with this bullshit. There is no rivalry here. Okay? You want to know the rivalry you should be trying to push right now? If you care about basketball? Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers. Caitlin Clark versus when Juju comes out. By the way, I'm rooting for Juju and pulling for girl. Rooting for when Juju comes out. That's what you should be trying to. That's what you should be trying to push. I even take odds versus Caitlin Clark. I don't give a fuck. Anything. This ain't it. Paige Beckers is already a better player than Angel Reese 5 seconds in the league. Then again, she was already a better player in college, to be honest with you. Juju Watkins will literally walk into the league and be a better player than Angel Reese. And she could be in a wheelchair. In fact, she's probably she's rehabbing right now her knee, and she's still a better player than Angel Reese. That's just dead facts. That's what you're trying to push. This is a charlatan fest. This is a joke.
By the way, they don't even play the same position.
Nope.
Keep talking about who could do who job better. Caitlin Clark drops 20 points a game, bro.
Girl, I've seen Angel Reese try and play. She could barely dribble, guys. It's really sad.
And she is a point guard. Angel Reese is a small forward. That's why her finishing after grabbing all them boards matters. But you don't know all that because you don't watch hoop. You race bait.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Of course, RG3 is getting backlash from the pro blacks, right? In the Race Hustlers online because they're upset.
Greg ain't wrong, but Again, I'm not. I'm trying to see clips here, bro. Any clips? Any more clips in this? No. Anyways, I actually wanted to play this one other clip. Again, I gotta give Craig some credit. Again, I'm not a Greg fan, but I'm looking for this the one. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I used to love this dude growing up. All right, Ryan was the shit when I was younger because I always loved Steelers corners. I always liked the idea of some certain Steelers players. Ryan Clark today, as I sit as an older man, I wish Ryan Clark would shut the fuck up. I really wish he would just learn to shut the fuck up. But anyways.
Rebecca Allen, too strong.
Hey, I want you to take note of that. That's a foul. That's a foul. And look at Caitlin Clark pointing that out. And you wonder why she frustratedly fouled her. Why everyone's fucking trying to act like this is some giant fucking big deal. Dumb bitch pushes that poor woman. That was clearly a foul. Ref is being an idiot. The other one should get their asses whipped. It's the ref. Someone go find the ref. All right, let's have a talk. Maybe you need to fucking beat. Maybe y'all need to like a flagrant foul that dumbass. Because how did you miss that? How did you miss that? That's like the worst missed call I've seen in years. But there's that. I want you to take note of that shit.
On a 3.
And then there's Caitlin Clark. Oh my fucking God. You couldn't call the call and I gotta fucking get this dumb bitch 3-2 points. I'd be mad too. There. I explained the entire situation in like 15 seconds. Can I get an award for this? That's why she was mad. Have y'all never played sports, man?
And look out.
And then there's her dumb ass fucking flopping down like a gazelle. I can't believe you got the nerve that you committed a foul first, got away with it. To eat, and then literally flop the fuck on the ground, though you being big as fuck. But you gonna act like you were thrown down. You a clown, Angel. I see why I don't like Angel Reese. This is the shit I'm talking about. Bro, if Draymond Green did the shit, y'all be asking for his head. Rightfully.
Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
Right there. And Caitlin's a smart one. But I'll tell you this right now. I've yet to see Draymond Green get the same defense lawyer that y'all be giving. I guess black women are. I guess this is the new trend, right? Black women have to be protected online. Shut the fuck up. You want to know how y'all protect yourselves online? Get off online and get a life, asshole.
Afterwards has something to say as Clark walks away. We know there are always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut?
All right, we already went through this. So I'm just looking for Ryan Clark's dumbass. I just wish Ryan Clark would shut the fuck up now. I can't stand his race bait. You know what Ryan Clark is? And it's gonna sound pretty fucked up what I'm about to say, but I don't care. Ryan Clark is like what he describes RG3 as. You know what I mean? Pandering to the white man, but Ryan Clark panders to white liberals. See what Ryan Clark is? No, he's just another someone that ESPN puts on as a token black dude that wants to discuss these race issues in a nice, digestible way for white people to understand. And then for dumb black people online who just want to fucking race bait all day, just to digest that shit and absorb it and go eat it and shit. That's what it is. Again, we have a thing now called black fatigue going out, and that's not fair. It's race hustler fatigue. Man, dude, you got gay people getting tired of pride and shit. Hey, good on y'all, man, for real. I get it. I've known y'all were tired. I've known that was coming for years now. At some point, they're gonna get tired of this shit. You got white people who are sick and tired of white liberals, and then you got us just sick and tired of this shit. You know what the constant theme is? We're all just sick and tired of having to be lectured to by morons about dumb shit. Like, this is dumb.
Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race.
I fucking hate this man. You know, man, I didn't see that shit. I didn't see your concerned ass talking when you played with that piece of shit quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, motherfucker. But all right, brother. The think pieces. Oh my God, fuck this dude, bro. On every level, fuck this motherfucker, man. Fuck you and fuck the Steelers, bro. Worst fucking organization in sports. Just giving us trash. This asshole, Ben Roethlisberger, Chase Claypool's dumb, retarded ass. Don't even get me started on AB. What do y'all do for the league now, man? What do the Steelers do? Why do we have them? Can we ship them off to Canada? I'm all for it. Fuck the Steelers. Fuck Pittsburgh, man. Black and yellow, black and yellow. We have black and yellow. Shut the fuck up. Bunch of honeybee looking bitches. Fuck them, man. I'm tired of this shit. Like, why? Why is that even a thing in your mind? You say this. That's something to deal with. Maybe you should look at yourselves for why black men are leaving you for white women. Did you ever think about looking at some of yourselves? Because I know the women who say shit like that. I've been around them. And they're the ones who usually are the reason why this happens. For the record, I don't give a fuck. If you find a good woman, hang on to her. But I'll be damned, this nigga's gonna sit there and lecture me about shit like that when his ass didn't say shit, when his quarterback was a piece of shit. But oh, we don't want to talk about that part of it, Ryan. Right, Ryan? How'd that go for you? Asshole. Fuck this dude, man. I've hated this motherfucker for 2 years now. But fuck you, bro. That is the corniest shit I've ever heard in my life. Why don't you just get on your knees and say you just fucking trying to pan it to every nigga you can think of? Stupid ass. That I never get mad at shit like this, but that actually got me mad because it's a shit like that. It's like, bro, you have no self-awareness.
They always feel.
And by the way, I bet this motherfucker's banging white chicks in the league, bro. These are the motherfuckers that talk shit. I'm gonna make me real about this before I get in and play this. I'm sorry, going to rant. The motherfuckers that speak the loudest about black women and pro this, they're the ones out here on fucking Tinder or on some whatever prostitute site you could think of or whatever bullshit. Getting the most real estate on snow plowing that you could. I don't know if that made sense, but let me put this. They're the ones buying the most snow plows. They're the ones at Home Depot buying the most snow plows. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Hypocrites.
Like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over black women by denigrating black women.
That's what you think he did? But what about you denigrating women by fucking unknowingly playing with Ben Roethlisberger, right? Right. You denigrated all women though, right? Just we gonna go by that logic, huh, nigga? Let's go by that. I find that funny. That's adorable. Oh, okay. So I guess you denigrated women. You denigrated women, right? You denigrated all women by your logic. Because that's what you did, right? Think about that logic for a minute, y'all. He sat there and just said that. But yet, didn't say a fucking word. Quiet as a church mouse when it came down to motherfucking Roethlisberger. But by your logic, you're denigrating all women by not coming out and saying more about Ben Roethlisberger. What's your opinions on Ben Roethlisberger, Ryan Clark? I'll wait. I'll wait, Ryan. I will wait, brother. Huh? Right. You know what, bro? Even in your media career, you need to hear this.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
Just go home, bro. Go cheer on your fucking son. I'm glad he went to Notre Dame and shit, whitest school in America. I'm sorry, I'm not going to take that shot. I mean, I really can't stand dudes like him, but I bet you. But, you let your son go to Notre Dame, a fucking school that's probably going to get him a white woman one of these damn days. I find that just to be a little bit ironic. But, it's fine, though. It's fine. When dudes say like shit like that, that's cool. Want to race bait and shit and do crap like that, fine, dude. Do your thing. But the whole moral argument, when you sat there and didn't say a fucking word about Ben Roethlisberger, is a little bit adorable to me. But that's just me.
I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the black women that have come before her.
Oh my fucking God, this nigga cannot be serious.
And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no.
I'm sorry. You are direct. Are you out of your fucking mind? This isn't Juju Watkins we're talking about. Who's going to be doing that? I'm sorry. What? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't take this disrespect if I was Aja right now.
No need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypes.
Boy.
Okay, Ryan. Pin those two. Ryan, you're a fucking NFL player, and if I didn't know any better, you sounded like a complete bleeding bitch. Like a bitch. I cannot believe this man played football. That is the bitchiest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. You don't put these two against each other in a stereotypical fashion. You just basically said that these women can never ever be taken seriously as athletes. You just said that, basically. Because what are we doing here? That's like the best part of sports is literally the rivalry. That's the point. Now I'm looking for what was more. There we go. I'm trying to get more. Nothing against Greg, but I don't care about Greg's opinion. I care more about my opinion. So let me hear the clips. I can't find the actual full clip on what he said, and I'm too lazy to go find it. So I just look through here.
The black women that are getting criticized, right? This is what they do.
Come on.
Moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play.
Okay, so let me just translate to what Ryan Clark is saying. He basically said that Robert Griffin III is a self-hating black man because he married a white woman. Meanwhile, this man has not said a word about the alleged diddler that played quarterback. I can look it up. I will look it up right now. All right. This is my thumbnail if everything goes the way I want it to. Oh shit! Oh shit! There's an actual article. Hold up. Ex-Steeler Ryan Clark jumps to Ben Roethlisberger's defense over Super Bowls. You've jumped to his defense. There's a picture of this man hugging this fucking bastard. But you want to come at Robert Griffin III, you fucking... okay. Oh, I can't wait to fucking roast this man over the coals. Woo! Talk about disrespecting black women, bro. You disrespecting all women to me, brother. How you look yourself in the mirror when you just said that shit? Hugging this motherfucker. You piece of shit.
Which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts. Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly.
No, it was not. No, it wasn't. That bitch flopped. She flopped. Shut the fuck up.
And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took.
Yeah, when you push someone, get away with it, then flop, and then get mad because you're getting your ass whooped by like 40 points. For sure, brother. Keep going.
An intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in the.
Oh, you mean like getting almost assaulted in the bathroom? Oh, wait, that was your quarterback that you have not said a word about. You go on the soapbox, brother? Because I could do this all day. This man is a hypocrite. Every bit he's saying is hilarious to me. By the way, do I expect Ryan Clark to say anything on his... No. But the thing is, I don't expect him to do shit like this. So when you do that, of course, you're going to catch the same fucking... You want to be judged like this, and you get judged. Congratulations.
In this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side.
Yeah, or women had to deal with being, almost assaulted in the bathroom by Ben Roethlisberger. But keep going on, brother.
Of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. No, when you
stardom, this shit can't hit a fucking layup. But we're talking about stardom here.
You look at it, I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson.
Yeah, and give that about like a year or two because A'ja Wilson is also boring as fuck to watch. And anyone who wants to call me sexist for saying that, I don't give a flying fuck. Sorry, but I'm just saying what y'all are thinking. The WNBA has boring ass players. No, all right. Do I doubt the talent of Stewie or A'ja Wilson? No, but watching them is about as interesting as watching paint dry.
Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player. in the
Right.
WNBA.
Nah, finally, you can both agree on that.
And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to
Yeah, like Steelers fans not accepting the fact that their Hall of Fame quarterback's a piece of shit.
why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what
Brother, oh my God, the word. Oh my God, if RG3 was this dude, I'd be like, you know what, Ryan? When's the last time you had a conversation with your daughters about your fucking best friend Ben Roethlisberger over there and what he would have done to them in a fucking bathroom? But I don't think RG3 is that guy. I'm that guy. I love to have that conversations. I love to have the conversation with Ryan about how was it when you had to fucking endure. You had the locker room had to so endure, the shit with Ben Roethlisberger that he brought down upon your locker room with his disgusting behavior. And how we're all just going to sweep it under the rug that just happened. Brother. How long? Since we're just sitting here and judging. How long, brother? See, you want to get out and be virtuous. But I don't see you taking the sword up against Ben Roethlisberger. Ain't saying you say a fucking word. Didn't say a fucking word. Right, would you want to call RG3 a race trader? You want to call him a detriment to black women, but to me, Ryan, your silence speaks louder about your quarterback. But it sounds like you condone horrible actions done by your quarterback in a bathroom. I'm just saying. We all know what happened. And we all just kind of live with it. I don't know, Ryan. Don't want look. That just I ain't good enough for me, man.
she's dealing with. You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to
Oh my God, this is really happening right now.
educate you on what they're feeling, what black women deal with, what
Again, said nothing about Ben Roethlisberger, and he is lecturing about how black women feel. This is real life.
they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese, and the whole time that he's
Okay,
mimicking Angel Reese and Bob.
I can't. I'm done hearing this hypocrite talk. Fuck this motherfucker. Fuck all y'all. I'm sick of your bullshit. All right, when does football start? Because I'm done with this corny shit. Good night.
Hot shit, never hot, bitch. No, now that you're dealing with a crisis. Never been nice, nigga. I'm a thrift store kid, real fly, nigga. Haven't seen the show till you see me live, nigga. At 23, sold dreams to my side, nigga. See God when you look me in my eyes, nigga. Learn from Yada when I touch the sky, nigga. 15 when I roll to survive, nigga. Fast forward 7 years, low ties, nigga. Stayed in my own lane, never sidetrack. I serve, let me prep it, let me dice that. You lick a rodents when I fell into my